Arguing for the end of adult marijuana prohibition is easy because we have facts, science, reason, compassion, evidence, truth, and logic on our side. It is even easier when researchers catalog it all for us. Learn how to gather the facts on marijuana use, arrests, seizures, rehabs, drug tests, and more in this edition of Drug War Data Mining. All right, welcome back, everyone. 23 after the hour, and today I have learned some very, very interesting data about marijuana and medical marijuana in this country, and we're going to go back to the Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Data Archive, and this is the 2-year R-DAS of the National Survey on Drug Use and Health. In previous videos, I've shown you how to get to here. I will throw the link into the chat room if anyone wants to follow along. Or you can always email me, russ@radicalruss.com, and I can send you the links if that would help. But again, the 2-year R-DAS gives us a breakdown of the last 10 years worth of data broken down into 2-year chunks. And the reason the R-DAS is useful is because it's the one that gives us information on the states. The regular National Survey on Drug Use and Health is just for the nation as a whole. R-DAS breaks it down into states, which can make things very, very useful for us. One of the things that we always like to look up in our row variable here is something called IRMJRC. IRMJRC is the marijuana recency. How recent have you smoked marijuana? When you run that table, it's very quick to find. And let me switch to a bigger screen here so people can see that when we're talking about recent marijuana use, within the past 30 days, 6.3% of the people have used marijuana, 4.5% within the past year or so. So we got about 10.8% of the people that smoke marijuana on an annual basis. And in previous episodes, we have broken that down by selecting a particular state and also by selecting people of particular ages. Today, I want to take a look at how we can break this down and find out whether or not medical marijuana use in a state has shifted the average age of a marijuana smoker. Now, we have another variable we can add in the column figure called CAT age, which is categorical age or age category. And it breaks down into multiple levels. There's 3 levels, 5 levels, 6 levels, and so on. The 3 levels will do for that for now. The 3 levels are 12 to 17-year-olds, 18 to 25-year-olds, and 26 plus, or as I like to say, teens, college age, and adult. So when we look at it that way, we find that 7.3% of teens are smoking monthly, 17.2% of college age are smoking monthly, and 4.3% of 26 and older are smoking monthly. But if you'd like to see how this has changed over time, we can add another variable called year pair indicator. Year pair indicator tells us which of those 5 pairs of years the data comes from. By putting it in the control field, we get a separate page for each of the year pair indicators. Running that table will give us our information. And to make it easier to read, we can take off the bar chart option, which you can't quite see on the screen here. Let me see if I can squeeze this in just a bit. There we go. We can take off the bar chart option so we don't have all these charts in between and revise the display. And from that data, what we're going to find is that teens, 8% of teens were using marijuana monthly in 2002, 2003. That has gone down to 7.6% of teens in 2010, 2011. Likewise, when we look at the 26 and older, it's to 4.8% now, where it used to be at 4% before. It seems like over the past decade, the ages have shifted a bit. Shifted toward older folks. Now, the kicker. Can we get that down to whether or not they are a medical marijuana state? What we'll do this time is we'll take the CAT age feature and put that into, let's see, let's just change this right here. Let's go and get instead of CAT age, there is a variable that we can use called MedMJ, MedMJ, and whether or not your state has medical marijuana in it. So we'll break down how often people use. We will look at their medical marijuana use by each year pair indicator. Running that table shows us some very interesting information. That we find in states with medical marijuana use in the past 30 days was 11%, but about 6% when there was no medical marijuana. As we move to later on, non-medical marijuana use has gone up marijuana use has gone up in the non-medical marijuana states, but stayed relatively the same, 11.2 to 11.6, in the medical marijuana states. So it doesn't seem as if medical marijuana has had a significant impact on how much people are using. We'll have more information on how to break down this data on the next edition of Drug War Data Mining that we'll do on tomorrow's show. I'll show you how you can break all this down by age group.